me? So I want to make sure that you can hear me. Can you put something in the chat box and say yes? Let me know that you can hear me. Um, and we are in, yes, yay! Hi, Erica, welcome, welcome. So I'm not sure if you could hear me when I first started talking, but today's webinar is all about confidence, building your confidence, building more confidence so that you can create greater success in all the areas that matter most to your heart. So I've created these webinar series really to support everything that is necessary to create a life you truly love from the ground up, from the inside out, from really what matters most to you. So if you haven't already gotten a pen and paper, you'll want to take notes because once again, this is all about you. This is for you. This is about you. This is you grabbing information that can lovingly support you on your journey of expansion, of growth, of creating more fun, freedom, and fulfillment in your life in all the areas that matter most to you. So as we get started, I really want this to be more personal. So for those of you who are able to type in the chat, some of you are listening remotely, but for those of you who want to type in an answer so that I can even take some of these principles that I'm going to be sharing and personalize it to give you a more focused opportunity to look at what is it that brought you here today. Are there some areas in your life that you would really like to feel more confident in? I have hundreds of clients that share different scenarios on a weekly basis, sharing with me the areas that they want to grow and expand in. One of them is that they want to feel more confident in themselves in the workplace so that they can create a level of success that they have not previously experienced. And so that taps into our ability to communicate clearly, our ability to really step into our authentic self, our ability to speak with such clarity and such confidence that there is an authenticity that if you're in sales, which we all are, you're selling yourself every day. And most importantly, it's about you being true to you. So if there's some areas that you would like me to focus on today as I take you through some of these principles, type it in and I can really articulate some of the teachings to really serve you on an individual basis. So if that's something that you would like to do, please feel free to type in. But the area of confidence is confidence is key to any success. If you're not feeling confident, you kind of shrink back into a little soft mouse and you don't let your light shine. You don't stand in your own personal power, whether it's in an intimate relationship and you're feeling overpowered by your significant other, or whether you're in a roundtable discussion in a meeting and you have something to say, but you don't have the confidence that can really allow you to step in and speak clearly and speak what you really want to say in that kind of a setting. And it could be that you really want to shift gears in your life. I was a jewelry designer for 20 years, and I had built that company. My college degree, my bachelor's degree is in fashion design. So I had many companies throughout my throughout my career time from the time I was 15 years old. And one of the things that allowed me to continue to follow my heart and really take the chances, take the risks, listen to my inner voice, my guidance, was that there was a confidence in me that knew that this idea that had come to me and through me was bigger than me. So, as we're building the muscles of confidence, it's really about faith. It's really about, what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about this universe that you're experiencing this lifetime in this monkey suit? So it's what you believe that allows you to step into a greater confidence for yourself. So we're going to keep moving forward. Um, Carol says confidence is dealing with off-centered people, negative energy, and others who are irrational, angry, critical, and blaming. So yeah, so thank you, Carol, for sharing that. And I think that when you're going to be listening with that intention today for some of the principles that I'm going to be sharing, I will navigate over to that request. So thank you once again for typing that in. And so as we move into this, so today I had set the intention and the promise to share 3 keys to greater confidence. And the first one is removing the blocks that are holding you back. So just previous to this, I was sharing with you about the concept of believing. What is it that you believe about you? What do you believe about the power within you to understand what belief is holding you back, and what do you need to believe in order to move forward with greater confidence? Whether it's in a conversation, or whether it's building a new business, or whether it's taking on a new position in a current business that you're in, and how you feel about yourself, what you believe about yourself is a key component. And when you can recognize some of the beliefs or the blocks that are holding you back, it's going to liberate you. You're going to be able to identify, well, if so, I shared with you my story about having a jewelry design business for 20 years. I was in 3,500 stores across the country. I had 11 full-time employees, 16 sales reps across the country, and I had actually started this company in 1991 with $100 worth of beads and crystals. And I built it up to $1 million company. And when I got the knock, knock, knock on my own consciousness that it was time to move on and to do something else, I was 45 years old. And my whole family said, "You're crazy. What are you doing leaving a business that was also in flux and change?" Because 9/11 had a big influence on Handmade in America. But there was something in me that was pulling me to do something different, to do something more. And it took confidence in myself to listen from a different level. Now, removing the blocks, some of my blocks were, I'm too old to start a new business. But then that block came from my well-meaning family and parents that were saying, "What are you doing?" So look at the things that you believe about yourself in a given situation. And it could be, Carol, that you believe that that there's no room for you to speak up in a situation where you're dealing with people with negative energy or dealing with people who are irrational or angry. And for you to stand truly centered in you and what you know and believe about yourself, what happens is when you are dealing and you are living at a higher level of consciousness, ultimately everything that is unlike that falls away. And it's about staying in that frequency for a long enough period of time and standing in your own belief and your own confidence about what you know is true and what you know is right, and standing in that and letting all the things that are unlike that fall away. So try that on. I mean, just once again, take these principles that I'm sharing and try them on in the constructs of your own life. It's this is the place where we get to look at the different principles that can open you up to new ways of exploring the things that are going on in your life from a new perspective. Because one of my mentors and teachers, Reverend Michael Beckwith, would say, reality is not reality. It's our perspective and our perception of our reality. So as we're building bigger muscles and bigger believing through these principles, our reality changes because we are changing, because we're changing the way we're looking at things. And when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. So once again, asking yourself, who's in charge? Who has the power in your life? I love this quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So who are we giving our power to? It's a very core, basic question that can absolutely change your life. Are you giving power to the voice inside of you that can dictate any possible outcome, any possible scenario? I shared with you a couple weeks ago my story of breaking over 100 bones in my body from a motorcycle accident. And they literally put my face together from a photograph because there was no place for them to even begin. My whole entire face was crushed, and I'd broken my back in several places, and my lung was collapsed, and there was really not not a great outcome. It didn't look like there was actually going to be a great outcome from this scenario. And when they told me three things: you'll never walk again, you'll never have children, and we did the best we could putting your face back together from the photograph, but only time will tell, and we really have no idea how you will heal. But from that moment, the voice inside of me did not make any agreement with those doctors' diagnosis. So who's in charge of your life? Really entertain that question. Really ask yourself, do I give my power to my boss? Do I give my power to my spouse? Do I even give my power to my children? Or to my well-meaning friends and family, who, even though they love you, they don't know what's best for you. They don't know what you're capable of. There was a voice inside of me that said, I'm going to walk again. I'm going to have children. I always wanted a family. And I was in fashion design school, and I'm a girl. I wanted to be pretty again. So holding that belief and that power within me, nobody can take your power away. without your consent. So where are you holding onto some power that it's time to let go of? It's time to express that and say, no, I hold the power in my life. And when you take the reins, like you're driving six white horses, you take the reins of your own life, you are in the driver's seat. And your confidence will absolutely grow. And you will feel more powerful as you are in charge of you. You are in charge of your future, your outcome, your relationship, your success, everything and anything that matters most to you. When you take the reins and you sit in the driver's seat of your own life, it changes everything. It's a game changer. It was within 6 months that I was walking with just a cane, and 3 months later, I was walking on my own. This, this was because I had the power. I took my power back. And I have two amazing children that are now 29 and 31, and they're the loves of my life. But I was in charge. I took my power back. And those, every single time you are building those muscles within yourself and you're taking charge of your own life, you become more and more and more confident in your ability to create anything in your life. This whole program is about creating the life you truly love. And every single one of us has a dream and a desire, as long as we're breathing. Mary Morrissey used to say, if you put a mirror in front of your mouth and there's condensation on the mirror, there's still a dream in your heart. So what's the dream in your heart? What is it that you would truly love to feel more powerful to create in your life? And it could be deeper relationships. It could be greater success in the business world. It could be that you just want to feel better about you. And every single one of those are worthwhile dreams, worthwhile goals. And with every single time that you're building the muscle of your own confidence, you will feel better and better and better about you. And this is confidence. And confidence is key. So, what do you believe about you? What matters most is how you see yourself. I had an incredible experience at the age of 20 where I was completely deformed. Many, many, many facial surgeries put my face back together. But it took a long time. And I was um, uh, otherworldly. I was completely deformed, and my face was my skull was cracked, and so the fluid around my brain had created such swelling that my face was like twice the size that it is, and I was grotesque. But there was something in me that believed that I had a dream in my heart, and I knew that God was right there with me. What do you believe about yourself? I also lived with such gratitude for this gracious gift called life. I knew I had been given a second chance. So, with that gratitude, also was such a huge muscle. In fact, next week's um, webinar is going to be about gratitude is the great multiplier. So the energy of gratitude is huge. When we sit in a field of such gratitude for every breath that we take, even more things show up in our life to be grateful for and to be grateful in. So I'm going to be sharing that next week. But what I believed about myself, what I saw in the mirror was the face of God. And physically, it was not pretty. But I saw myself from the inside out. I saw myself from the truth of who I am. So, how is it that you can shift some of the things that you believe about yourself that are maybe holding you back right now, that are maybe keeping you stuck or stagnant and maybe frustrated? But if you open yourself up to a bigger believing that whatever dream you have in your life, whatever dream you have for yourself is possible. And as you keep building that muscle of believing more about yourself and what you're capable of, because you are living in this incredible, infinite universe that has all the answers. And it's up to you to stay in a higher frequency of believing. There is a consciousness, levels of consciousness that also are in alignment with this believing. There's a wishing for something, there's a hoping for something, there's a believing about yourself that it is in harmony and in the frequency of knowing. And when you know that something's possible, you're operating at a whole different dimension. And the universe steps up to bring to you all the resources, all the people, all the contacts, all the financial support, whatever it is that you are needing in order for that idea to be brought into form. The idea of my jewelry design business going from a home-based business to, I say I went from a garage band to a corporation. And in doing that, I had to keep building the muscles of believing of what was possible for me. So what level, what muscles of believing about yourself do you need to build? And allowing yourself to really look at some of the self-talk that is repetitious. You know, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not old enough. I'm not smart enough. All of this self-talk is continuously feeding and fueling what you believe about yourself. And it shows up in the results of your life. So as we are using some of these principles and you are looking at the constructs of your own life and what's important to you, let yourself really look at what is it that I need to shift and up level to believe about myself so that I could bring this dream to life. I had to believe that I could walk again. I had to see myself doing it. So our positive affirmations are as important as our positive visualizations. And we're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks to come too, but I want to keep moving forward. So once again, what matters most is how you see yourself, living your truth from the inside out. And so this next aspect of this is to really affirm your truth. How is it that you can be a more confident woman? Positive self-talk all day long. You know, there's that cute children's book. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I can, I know I can. This is, this is just allowing children to even continue to look at the ways that they can build those muscles of yes, I can. Yes, I can. And so saying these things, I am strong. I've been through a lot in my life and I'm still standing. Look at yourself. Look at the things that you have withstood. One of the titles of the webinars that I'm going to do in the next couple of weeks is how to turn lemons into lemonade, right? So we all have amazing situations and circumstances that we have withstood, that we have learned from, that we have grown from, that we have turned lemonade from our lemons, and we're still standing. In fact, we're not only still standing, we are climbing mountains of our own life every single day. So, and I have self-worth. Our self-image is so vitally important to every single aspect of our belief about yourself. And as you are building these muscles, and we're all building them every single day, because as we have a dream and we reach that dream, we have another dream and we want to reach that dream. And we have to keep building our self-worth, our self-image, our self-value, our self-belief. And it's never ending. It's ever evolving. It's a constant, continuous journey that we're on. We are on this evolutionary, expansive journey of our life. And as we continue to build these muscles of believing, we get to keep saying these amazing truths about ourselves to empower ourselves to keep growing, keep expanding, keep evolving. I have self-worth. It took a lot of soul searching to finally see for myself. And so as you're reading these on the slide, speak it aloud. When we use our five senses, one of the things that I share with every single one of my clients is to use your five senses to really empower your affirmations, your vision statements, the things that you are calling into being, because as you speak it, you not only taste the words on your tongue, feel it, can feel the energy. I have self-worth. And it took a lot of soul searching to finally see for myself. I am beautiful. When you speak these words aloud, you taste them on your tongue, you feel it in your heart, you can allow the energy, you can hear yourself speaking it, you can feel it. This is a multi-sensory experience that continues to fuel your belief, fuel your self-confidence, fuel what you believe about yourself. So once again, speaking this aloud, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I don't need anyone to tell me. I already know my glow. I already know that I'm beautiful. And as you continue to say these things, you will continue to keep believing them more and more and more for yourself. This is not about anyone else. This is all about you. It's all about you. It's all about your life. It's all about what you want. It's all about bringing your power to its fullest potential so that you can live a life you truly love. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I've seen my good and my bad sides, and I know that everything that I'm experiencing is absolutely here to support my greatest good. And as I continue to stand in these truths, and you continue to stand in these truths for yourself, you will start feeling that greater sense of you that allows you to. So in this moment, as you're sitting here, the bottom of this. Let's see if I can help you see this. Oh, it's not letting me move it. So I apologize for that, and thank you for letting me see that. I'm not perfect. It says nobody's perfect, but I've seen my good and my bad sides. And I know that everything is working together for my good. So I guess this slide didn't turn out so, sorry about that. So I hope you were able to write that down. But in this moment, just allow yourself to just kind of feel yourself in your chair, feel yourself in your body, feel yourself, allow, I'm kind of shaking my shoulders right now. And right now, give yourself the opportunity to put your shoulders all the way up to your ears. And now roll them back and allow you're feeling your wing blades touch. But more importantly, what you're doing with the front of your body is you're opening up your heart. And when we lead with an open heart, our body is is allowing us to open up to, once again, a bigger believing about yourself. When you're leading with your head, you're kind of slumped over. It's kind of a caveman kind of a stance. And as we continue to evolve as humans, and we started standing upright, and now they've always said, put your shoulders back, put your shoulders back, put your shoulders back. And so as you put your shoulders back, consciously be aware that as you do that, you're opening up your heart. You're leading with your heart. Follow your heart and let love be your guide. You are allowing the energy, the highest form of creation is love. And you're loving more of your true self to bring into existence the things that matter most to you. So as we continue this journey of loving yourself, this is a key component to confidence. Think about one of the most confident people that you can think of in this moment. What do you think they believe about themselves? Is there a way that they show up that is a indicator and shows you that they love themselves? They feel really good. They feel awesome in their own skin. They feel confident. They feel successful. They feel loving. They feel loved. And they feel there's a sense of positivity in their energy. When someone walks into a room that has an air of confidence, you can just feel there's this energy of loving yourself, loving themselves. So I just love this picture of the baby, just giving yourself permission to love yourself. Love yourself more today than you did yesterday. And how can you do that? Tell yourself all the wonderful things that you are. All of the accomplishments that you have achieved. One of the things that I do in my Set Yourself Free Now program is to make a list, make a love list of all the things that you love about yourself. Start with 10. Start with 1, but at least get to 10. I love my smile. I love my warmth. I love my friendliness. I love my silly giggle. What is it that you love about yourself? Write it down. Once again, when we write things down and we're integrating the left hemisphere of the brain and the right hemisphere of the brain, and we're actually declaring it on paper, we're bringing it to life. What do you love about yourself? In this moment, give yourself permission to write a few things down on this piece of paper that's in front of you. And you can even write some in the chat box. Just share some of the things that you're aware of that you love about yourself. And this is a wonderful practice. I'm going to be speaking at the Girl Scouts of America next month. And it's one of my greatest joys. And one of the things that I put into my vision statement, I want to empower young girls to love themselves. Can you imagine if you had had this information when you were 6, 7, 8 years old, when you started, when you were in school and you weren't getting the best grades and they were telling you, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not whatever enough, and you started comparing yourself to others? If we had this information when we were young girls, it would be a different story. We would be in a different place. But you're here right now, this moment in this day. And here's an invitation for you to look at the different things that you recognize, that you honor, that you respect, that you admire about yourself. Once again, it's all about you. And as you start loving yourself, you're showing the whole world how to love you. You're showing the whole world how much you respect you. You're showing the whole world how much you honor you. And as you do that, the whole world steps up. It shows up differently because you feel differently about yourself. And you are building these muscles of self confidence, self esteem, self worth, self value that will absolutely reap dividends for you in every single area of your life, in your personal relationships, in your relationships with people in your workplace, in relationships with people in your community, and in your family. Um, when you start showing up for you in a whole new way, your family then also knows how to show up for you. And it's, once again, it's not about competition, it's not about comparison, it's about you standing in your own uniqueness, your own beauty, your own strength, your own magnificence, your own awesomeness. What is it that you can recognize right here, this moment? Don't pass this invitation up. Write down a few things that you love about yourself. Don't shortchange yourself. This is an incredible invitation, an incredible opportunity for you to acknowledge you, for you to appreciate you, for you to be aware of how amazing you really are. And honor that. Give yourself that moment to do that. Confidence is something you create within yourself by believing in who you are. Who are you? You're a divine child of God, or the universe, or life, whatever word or whatever concept is comfortable for you. God, life, universe, love, it's all the same thing. It's the creative energy of all that is, which we'll get into in another webinar. But who you are is infinite potential. Who you are is magnificent. Who you are is amazing. And as you start believing in who you are, all sorts of things begin to happen and occur in your life. There's a quote by Napoleon Hill: if one advanced confidently, actually, this one's from Emerson, if one advances confidently in the direction of your dreams, endeavoring to live the life you are imagining, all sorts of things begin to occur that otherwise would not have occurred. And you begin to live a life with a higher order of being. the very first part of this is if one advances confidently. You can only advance confidently if you believe in yourself. So, what is it that you are here this day to believe about yourself? What are you capable of? What's possible for you? Write it down. We get 60,000 thoughts a day. We want to catch the good ones. We want to catch the good ones. We want to write them down. We want to put them on ink and paper, and we want to capture them. Because most of those other 60,000 thoughts are just repetition of doubt, worry, fear, anxiety, not enoughness. And when you're in the vibration of a higher level of positivity and a higher level of thinking, you will start to recognize the good ones, the good ideas that come to you. You want to catch them, and you're going to start even building a bigger muscle to start recognizing those limiting thoughts, those limiting beliefs, and not giving them any power. This is what I do as a spiritual life coach. I help you to identify what are those limiting thoughts that are holding you back, that are holding you hostage, that are keeping you from feeling a sense of freedom, fulfillment, and fun. Because we're really here for only a short time. Let's make it fun. Let's make it the best life we can. And you have the power to be able to do that. And those are the things that in these webinars every week, I'm going to be just sharing new tools that you can then take into your own life. Like, don't take my word for it. Try it on. Like trying on on Halloween. You're going to try on a ballerina. You're going to try on a fireman. Try on confidence. Try on a bigger believing. What is it? Who are you claiming yourself to be? I'm a woman who is leading international sacred journeys in different amazing parts around the world. It didn't start with me believing that. I had to keep putting that on. And I just returned from Greece from a magnificent journey. And every single person had huge transformation. So what is it that you want to put on for a bigger believing in you that allows a greater sense of confidence, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, self-value? This is what's possible. And when you have all of that, then you can ask yourself, what are the dreams? What would I love to create in my life? What kind of career do you want to have? What kind of financial freedom do you want to experience? Write it down. This is the most important aspect to declaring what it is that you are now believing about yourself with a greater sense of confidence that everything is possible. Everything. Everything that you can absolutely know for yourself from that higher perspective of you. What kind of health and well-being? Vibrant health, perfect health. We were all born with extraordinary, vibrant health. Believing that about yourself. And once again, like, what is it that's next for you? What's the next phase of your life? What mountain are you going to climb next? When they first cut my body cast off and I started to learn to walk again, I said, I want to climb mountains. I climbed Mount Whitney. I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I climbed to the base of the Himalayan mountains when I took a group to Nepal the last several years. What mountains are you climbing? And what confidence is holding you in that strength and that power that absolutely allows you to know that it's possible? Everything's possible. And what kind of loving relationships do you want to experience? What is it that's next for you? Repeat after me. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I love this little boy. I can do it. You want to keep saying that. I can do it. I can do anything. Anything is possible. And as I continue to repeat and repeat and repeat, yes, I can, yes, I can, yes, I can, then yes, I can. And you will find all sorts of muscles that you didn't even know you had as you continue to keep listening for the ways in which you are hearing yourself speak with such determination, with such persistence, with such personal power, with such confidence. Yes, I can. I can do it. I can do this. And knowing that the whole universe is supporting your desires. The whole universe is behind you. And as you lift up your shoulders and put your heart first, the heart is the first muscle that signifies you're alive. When you put your heart first and you listen for all the things in your life that you would truly love to create, so that you can say, I love my life. I love my life. I love all the journeys, everything about it. And it takes muscles to 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 believe that everything that is going on in your life is for your greatest good. And as you stand in that bigger consciousness, loving yourself leads to an increase in self-confidence. Loving yourself, putting yourself first. These are the things that we go deeply into in my goddess retreats. In fact, I have a goddess retreat coming up in Big Bear, August 28th, 29th, and 30th. Information will be on my website if that's something of interest to you. We go through a whole amazing journey of all the different ways, the different muscles that you can build to love yourself, to put yourself first. You know, I just got off the airplane a couple days ago, and in the airplane they have masks that drop down, and the instruction is so timely, so perfect for this teaching. Put the mask on you first, then help all the others around you. But if you don't have your mask on you first, you can't help anyone else. This is another way to love yourself. Love yourself in ways that you have not given yourself permission to do up until now. This is a huge way that you can build those beautiful muscles of self-confidence that allow you to stand taller, stand in a whole new dimension of you that allows you to feel a great sense of, I love my life. Are you ready to really love your life now? And I love to offer free complimentary break-free sessions. Go onto my website. It's a 30-minute one-on-one conversation. It's all about you. Once again, this is all about you. This is about your life and what you are here to express and to experience as the highest version of you. And you could be going through some challenging times right now. You could be going through, I want to change my career, or I'm in the midst of changing relationships, or I really want to shift some really important things in my life, and I just don't know how to navigate through that. This is my specialty. This is my expertise. And it comes from my lifetime of experiences, my lifetime of all the different journeys that I have been on in all the different chapters, and all of the mentors, the incredible mentors and teachers that have been there for me. I have been so blessed to have so many incredible teachers on my journey. And I would be honored to be that for you and with you in any capacity. Once again, if you've gotten any value in today's webinar, please don't keep me a secret. Go on to the free weekly webinar Facebook page and put a comment. Tell your friends. This is my great pleasure to be of service in this way to as many people that are really looking for some tools that they can actually implement. Actually take some of these tools into your life today, right now. Try them on. See what works for you and see how what you use can empower you to have a bigger believing in you and a greater sense of confidence that whatever it is that you deeply desire is absolutely possible for you. And if there's anything that you would like to, yes, thank you so much, Erica. You are amazing too. I'm so grateful that you're here. Um, any and all comments, once again, if you've gotten any value, tell your friends and family about this weekly webinar. And I love you. Next week is going to be about gratitude is the great multiplier. So we're going to really be learning about the energy of gratitude. It's a beautiful, beautiful principle that when we take that into a daily practice, everything starts to shift in our lives. So if there's nothing more for now, thank you, Tyler. Lovely, lovely to have you with us today. Love, love to all, and peace and richest blessings on this beautiful journey of creating a life you truly love. Bye for now.